Baby, you do make me happy. You've done that since the first day we started seeing each other.
I really hope so, because I've heard so many women talking about how easy it is for a man to become bored with his wife, and I don't ever want you to feel that way. I want you to tell me if there is something wrong, or if there is something I can do differently.
Look, Mariah, I love you just the way you are. Believe me, I have no complaints.
Mariah sighed with relief. Curtis removed her blazer and pecked her on the lips. Then he kissed her neck and her chest. Mariah moaned with every show of affection. Curtis unbuttoned her silk blouse, reached under it, and unsnapped her bra. He caressed her breasts roughly, kissing her at the same time.
Do you want it here or upstairs?
He teased. Upstairs, she answered.
Now, I think we'd better take care of each other right here, don't you?
No, sweetheart. Let's just go upstairs so we can be more comfortable, she said, pulling him close and kissing him.
Okay, but first, let me watch you undress the rest of the way.
Mariah always felt fat and uneasy whenever Curtis asked her to do this. But she went ahead and slipped off her blouse, bra, and skirt. Then she removed her nylon hose and panties and took a step toward him.
No, don't move. Just let me look at you. Let me look at what God created,
he said, relaxing on the sofa and locking his hands behind his head.
Curtis, she pleaded. What? Can I help it if I want to see all of you from head to toe? Because you really are beautiful. Your body is perfect.
You know this embarrasses me, she told him.
Not to mention, she didn't think stripping like some nightclub dancer was something a pastor's wife should be doing anyway. But why does it embarrass you?
Because it does.
Well, you might as well get used to it, baby. Because the main reason God created Eve was so she could pleasure Adam. So satisfying your husband is part of your duty.
I thought Eve was created so that Adam wouldn't be lonely, and so he would have a companion, Mariah asked.
Companionship, pleasure, call it whatever you want, but it all means basically the same thing.
I guess, she said, losing the mood because of all this conversation, and because he was staring at her.
Come here,
he said, reaching his hand out to her.
I hate to say this, but I wasn't truthful with you earlier.
You weren't truthful about what? She asked, and sat down next to him. She felt nervous and wondered what he was referring to.
I wasn't being truthful when I said that I love you just the way you are, and that I have no complaints.
Mariah was speechless, because the last thing she wanted was for him to be dissatisfied with her.
You still haven't given me oral sex, and that's something I'm used to getting. I know you said you didn't feel comfortable doing it because it seemed lustful and dirty, but the truth is, God doesn't have a problem with anything sexual as long as it's done between a man and his wife.
I know you keep saying that, but I need more time, Curtis.
How much more time, baby? Because I've already given you 6 months. I mean, how much longer am I going to have to wait for something I've never had to go without?
I promise you, I'm going to do it very soon.
You don't seem to have a problem when I do it for you,
he said matter-of-factly. But it's not like I ask you to do it, or like it's required.
But I can tell that you love it, and not once can I remember you turning it down.
Mariah didn't respond because she knew he was right. She never ever turned it down. But even though she enjoyed it, she still felt as though it was somehow unnatural and morally wrong, especially since Curtis always turned into a ravenous animal whenever they arrived at that point of their lovemaking. He seemed to be obsessed with doing that to her, and it was almost as if he enjoyed it more than she did. But regardless, she just didn't feel comfortable doing it for him.